Hey,
Hey, hello, bruv.
how you doing, Duncan?
I'm okay, thank you.
It's good to talk to you, mate, and get you on, mate.
Yeah,
Been
yeah,
a while, innit, since we spoke. Last time I saw you in the flesh was before your holiday, wasn't it?
that's right. July time, wasn't it? If I
So how
remember
was?
rightly.
So first of all, how are you? And how
Um,
was your holiday?
yeah, I'm good. It's a bit of a culture shock to be back here, um, especially after being away for so long, obviously. Um, but yeah, I'm all right. My mum's still moaning, so that's good, isn't it?
I was looking at your post you was putting on of when you was over there, like and stuff. You put one on when you was waiting for the wife to do some shopping and stuff, and you sitting in the car.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. It doesn't matter where you go in the world and who you're married to, does it? You know, like we just have to suffer in silence, the men. Yeah, but no, it was good, mate, and it was good to get away. But it's also good to get back and get into some normal routine, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's good to get you on, mate. Feel
yeah.
like I ain't seen you for ages.
I know. Yeah. Well, my time waits for nobody, does it? So
Uh,
yeah,
so yeah, so this is the mental health check-in, and we do this every month, and I'm really privileged to be doing it with you today as well, Dunk. Nick's not joining us today, is he? Because he's yeah, really well, is he?
I think he's more tired than anything. Bless him.
Yeah,
Yeah, like we need to catch up on things sometimes, don't we?
yeah, yeah. Probably just needs a bit of a reset than himself.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
So we got
yeah.
20 people watching. Susan, IJ, and Duncan.
Hello, hello, Susan.
Lee Harvey, how you doing, son?
Hello, mate. You all right? And Mr. Lee Burke as well. The
Steve,
two Lees are in the house.
hi Jay, hi Duncan. Great to see you on the channel, Dunk. Hey, yeah, he's on. So yeah, this is the mental health stream. And we do this every month, don't we? You know, we talk about things. One of the things I like to do about this is get things out there to basically shut. You know, there's no harm in talking about things. You know, things we've gone through. Um, you know, just a platform to try and make you feel like a little bit better and stuff. I've said like before doing this, you know, anxiety's played a big part in my life. A few years back, like when it was really bad. Um, and yeah, so this is just a platform where we can all talk and stuff and get it out there and how we're all feeling and stuff. Um, Dunk, you've got your YouTube channel as well, haven't you? That you're doing really well with your PTSD one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've been quite surprised because I didn't think I'd even get a subscription, and I've got over 30 now, which has been
Brilliant,
really
mate.
nice. And at least I'm getting the word out there about what I want to try and do for people, and watching you do this is just absolutely amazing. You know, I don't think you realise how much this does for other people. You know.
Thanks,
Um,
Dunk.
like, because if I wasn't on this now, I'd be watching it,
Yeah,
you know, and it's really cool. It's really cool that people can find some time in their day to give back, you know.
yeah. No, it's good to get you on, Dunk. I mean, have you got anything that you'd be comfortable talking about with, like, in terms of things in the when you spoke about things like on the finals before, haven't you? Like with the PTSD and stuff, and what to look out for, how it can affect. I mean, it affects people differently, doesn't it? You know, like me with anxiety and stuff. Um, like it triggered me off with like physical like symptoms and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think the best doctors are ourselves.
Yeah,
Um, a lot of um, a lot of people that go into the psychology side of life do actually say that the best doctor is yourself. and it really is. Whether that's mental or physical, like we know our bodies better than anybody, and that, you know, and that's not just physically, but that's in your head as well. And I think if you can take some time out your day or your week and just slow down and just analyze what you've been doing, I think you can see red flags there if you've got any type of health issues going on, especially mentally. Getting diagnosed with a mental health problem used to be frowned on many years ago, but it's not so bad now, but it was back in the day. I mean, if you try and speak to someone who's probably in their 60s or 70s, and they're, you know, a lot of people deny it, you know, which is fair, you know, I get that. Yeah. Because the stigma around it was off the scale, really. I don't know whether I spoke to you or Nick or just in general, but I was speaking to someone a while back about when I was growing up as a child. I mean, the local, for want of a better word, they called it the madhouse or the loony bin, but that's not to cast assertions on anybody. Yeah. It's just how it was. Yeah. And if someone got out of one of these places, a siren went off, and I'm not joking, and I'm only going back to probably 76, 77, 78, and everyone was scared on the street because of the way that people had drummed it into people that people with mental health were a liability to the general public, you know.
That's mad too. Like,
yeah, I know. Yeah,
in that way.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And I don't want to really get political on this because it's not about that. But all I say is the government's known about mental health probably for 500 years in one shape or another. But whether it's they bury their head in the sands or they don't want to address the problem, I don't know. You know, it's just. But I don't want to really go down that route because that maybe is for another time or another place to talk about, you know. But do
you think like the help out there is enough?
No, I don't know. Just from a personal point of view, I was pretty lucky because there's me saying look at your health and all that after a week, but I actually spent about 18 years self-medicating with alcohol before I even addressed my mental health, and I kept busy and I worked and worked and worked. I mean, you know, one of my coping mechanisms for them 18 years was working, the other one was alcohol, and I don't actually know how I ran a business and drank so much, but there you go, I suppose, you know. But when I was diagnosed by combat stress in Shropshire. And it was complex PTSD. It wasn't just the military. And please, anyone watching, anyone can get PTSD. A woman having a baby can get PTSD, and that's the truth, you know. So don't think that you can't get it, because you can. Mine was complex because it was childhood trauma as well. But I didn't put them both together till I took treatment from combat stress. And I can't say I was lucky, but I was privileged to be under combat stress because it's all there for you.
Yeah.
But there comes a time when they have to cut you loose. And they cut me loose after 3 years. And this last 4 years have been tough because it's not, it's hard to get treatment. It's hard to see somebody. It is, but it is the same for everybody. It is extremely hard to get anything done or to get, to see someone. I mean, I was very lucky to have a psychologist at combat stress, and he used to actually treat me over Skype at the time. And it was A new
Just like
thing.
it's kind of like a counsellor, like kind of approach. Like
Yeah,
ask questions,
yeah, yeah. Like
try and
it was
figure out the
really,
source of it.
yeah, it was really good, and it was. You can't really get that out here um, in the NHS sort of. I suppose you could if you queued up for 2 years. I don't know, but then I don't want to really get political and it's
Yeah,
about money and all that because we're here for everyone else and but it is hard. It is hard to get a decent GP that's going to listen to you and then refer you somewhere,
yeah.
because they've only got 10 minutes with you. I mean, I was really lucky the other day because I dug in my heels and I got an appointment to speak to my GP for 20 minutes. But I did have to fight for that extra 10 minutes, But I suppose it's whether you've got the fight in you at that time to get that appointment or get it longer.
Yeah.
But a lot more could be done, yeah. A lot more.
More about the people that, I mean, people that might not be watching this or people that are that haven't, I mean, we're not doctors. I do this just as to show an example that there is no shame in talking about mental health and how you're feeling. It's just a platform to put it out there that, you know, we've all gone through different things. We all suffer from different things. Every individual's different from it. Um, you could argue that some of the symptoms you get from anxiety are similar to PTSD. It's very linked, isn't it? Like a lot of them. Your
Yeah, I'd
mind,
say so.
amazing what your mind can do.
Yeah,
Your body, isn't it?
yeah, massively. If you, it's like you say, I'm not qualified. I'm very lucky to be doing a degree through the Open University in psychology. But I'm not doing that to become a psychologist or a counsellor. I'm doing that for myself. I want to understand my own mind. I want to understand other human beings, believe it or not. And I'm halfway through that. It's tough. But the good thing about psychology is a lot of it's your own opinion. And it's good to research. If you've got the time and the patience, researching things is fantastic. I think most of us know that anyway. But yeah, I think, and like you said, PTSD is up there, but what comes with the symptoms is probably depression, anxiety, bad sleep. I think most of us suffer with them anyway.
Yeah.
And it's when they come and how they affect us, because you can be riding that crest for a wave for a long time before it comes up and gets you. Look at some of the people in history, like Van Gogh, the painter. I mean, he had bipolar and psychosis, and he cut his ear off, and yet he was the most amazing painter going. And then there's Winston Churchill. I mean, he was a war leader, and we needed someone tough at the time to defeat the Nazis, and yet he had the biggest bouts of depression that I've never actually seen anyone else have this side of depression ever. I mean, he said that when the black dog came, and that was a referral to the depression,
Yeah.
he used to take to his bed for 2 or 3 weeks, So, it's not just the man in the street, it's lots of other people that get it,
Yeah.
And I think we have to take a back step and
Put
just
yourself forward as well. You got to think of yourself and stuff as well, and
yes,
taking
of
time
course.
away. There's nothing bad. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, Tone. Hi everyone, I'm back. Been away to
Hey,
Australia.
Tony.
Tone, but he's had 5 days. When I haven't heard from him for a few days, that explains why. He's took time because he's putting
Yeah.
himself first, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to find time for yourself, self care, self love.
It,
More
and
about
it's
the people that
sorry, go on.
carry on, Dunk. Sorry, mate.
No, it's just the coping mechanisms of what works for you and
Yeah.
you and you and you, because we're all different with our coping mechanisms, aren't we? Sorry, bruv.
What about the people that think that they can't speak out, i.e., like getting the help? When I went to see a counsellor and stuff, they break down everything that's happened in your life. And to be honest, they're really good at putting the jigsaws together, of, okay, so this is a major thing that's happened. It's a bit similar to when I was talking to my mum about it when I was going through it. She got like a load of books. I've mentioned this in the stream before, and she's piling a load of books on each other. That's one problem. That's another problem that happens in your life. Then she pushed the books over and she was like, now that is your mind now because you've had that much stuff going on and on and on. That pile can't take anymore, so that pile's pushed over, and that's your way of having all these things coming out of you. So, in terms of going to see a counsellor, they are really good at looking at your history and stuff, trying to find the cause.
I think there's got to be a right time in everyone's life to go and face what is troubling them. I mean, do 18, 19-year-olds go and see people? I don't know, but I think that it's got to be right for you, and you've got to sort out what's going on with you when you're ready to do it. I wasn't ready to do it, hence why I drank and medicated for 18 years on alcohol. And if I wasn't drinking alcohol, I was so embedded in my work that I didn't have to have my own thoughts. And the only time I got my own thoughts is when I went to bed. But the good thing at the time, if I wasn't drunk or exhausted from work, I just went to sleep straight away. So I never addressed my issue.
You were sleeping through it.
Yeah. But then other things could happen in your life, and then that makes you, well, for me, it was, my dad died, but then, yeah, okay, he died. It was the beginning of COVID and all that, and he died. But that was, I dealt with that, but then everything else came to the surface from years ago, and I don't know, you just get on this roller coaster and it just takes off. I don't know. Things I did in the military, I never thought about it, and I never thought about it for years. But then when Dad died and I sat and I had a few months in that lockdown to think, and then about my childhood as well. I don't know how I'm here. That's what that's how it first started, and then it spiraled, and I don't know, it just spiraled, and I'm very.
Lockdowns weren't the best, was they, for a lot of people? I mean, we all know ourselves, like you got a lot of time on your hands.
It's not good for your brain. Yeah.
You're lying in bed and your mind's racing,
Oh yeah.
Open mind. It's
yeah.
Getting in good habits is good to try and get through stuff like reading.
Well, it's like your coping mechanisms. I still believe you've got to be busy. Now,
yeah,
I'm in a situation where I don't work. I get a war pension, so I've got to keep busy. So I research and I do homework, and I try and do my degree, and I try and keep busy. I've got to keep busy because your own thoughts can be your own downfall, and that's the truth, and that is really, really the truth. And you've got to be busy. I used to casework for a charity in Worcester, a military charity, and that was really, really good for me, giving back. But the trouble with caseworking is it eats you as well. So you might be having a good 6 months helping other ex-soldiers, but then it creeps up on you, and then all of a sudden you need a caseworker. Yeah. It's a mad one. It's a crazy one. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it, that you're there trying to help somebody, and after a couple of months, you need someone to help you. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah.
No, it's good that you're talking about it though, Dunk. You know, it's another reason why it's good to show people that, you know, we've had different stuff. We're open about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
Your channel,
the name of my channel.
Want to get it on screen, Duncan?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, brother. It might be a bit easier.
Just while I look for it, Dunk, just tell Sadie and the guys watching what it's about, and I'll find it. What sort of video that you're doing and that.
Well, I've predominantly done a channel for PTSD, and it's not just veterans. It's emergency. It's anybody, because, like I said, anybody can get PTSD. You can have a bad labour experience, and you know, look at the ladies and girls that have children, and look at the baby blues. Now they call it the baby blues, but I think it's a bit deeper than that. I mean, you know, to carry a life in your stomach and then give birth, and then I think it's going to mess with your head. One part of me is glad that I'm not a woman giving birth, you know, because it must be traumatic, especially after. So don't ever feel that it's just veterans, my channel's for veterans, because it's not. It's for everybody. Everybody can suffer any mental health issue, and also that health issue can be related to something else, you know.
Yeah, it's good how you do the videos together, Duncan. How do you do it? Is it with the you put them together really well?
I use a few apps, and I also try to do them myself. I don't know. It's how I feel at the time, you know, and what it's like. There was one I did, and I'd just done a section on my degree course, and summer psychology blows my mind away. And I think if we took time to research it more, I think we would have better understanding of what we go through as human beings. But that can get a bit deep, so you know, I'll leave it there for now. But yeah, I just want to get it out there. I just want to get that we're not on our own, and if you've got signs like this or different, just avoidance, you know. I was very. I went into Solihull Library 2 years ago to talk about my housing benefit, and it's in the library and it's on the side of the library sort of thing. And when I was in there, I was thinking, I wonder if they've got a panic room in here. And I spoke to the manager and she said, no, we haven't. I said, have you ever thought about doing one? And I'm not saying it was me, but I think other people had already asked anyway. But they've got a panic room in Solihull Library now.
Yeah.
So, and they're very good pieces of kit because it doesn't have to be a lot. But if you're having an anxiety episode or a fearful episode, or you just feel like the world's closing in, you can go to that room and just take 5 minutes out of your life to sort yourself out a little bit, you know? And I think, you know, there should be a lot more of them.
Yeah, that's a good idea, that is, that really, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Something.
Like, but I think it's something you come with age with as well. I mean, when I was younger, I was extreme right and I was a soldier and blah, blah, blah. But as I got older, I'm not saying I'm a liberal Democrat and it's not about politics, but I think my thinking's more liberal, you know, because I think it comes with understanding that actually, you know, we're not Audie Murphy, we're not robots. And I think that we should help each other a lot more by having things like panic rooms and things, you know. And I did set up something at Solihull police station as well. I got talking to one of the duty sergeants there the one day, going back about 3 years. And if a veteran gets arrested now within the borough of Solihull and it's a misdemeanor, and obviously that's down to the duty sergeant on, who books the person in. If it's a misdemeanor and it's maybe shoplifting or a fray or drunken disorderly, maybe instead of nicking him and charging him, maybe, Sarge, why don't we ring up SAFA or the RBL or a veterans charity that could maybe take him off your hands because it's a misdemeanor. It stops the paperwork and they then take him on into their sort of, And I set that up and I was really proud of myself.
Oh, well done, mate.
But I stopped doing all that because I had my own issues. So it swings and roundabouts. But I think that should be rolled out across the whole country. But actually, not just for veterans, I think if people are signed on with different charities and there's different needs, if it's misdemeanor, maybe we shouldn't be locking people up in a cell. I think we should be getting them over to where someone could help them a bit better than locking them up in a cell. I don't know, and there's me when I was 20, hang them high, but not anymore. No. I think it comes maybe with age and a bit more understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some comments to read out as well. Town, hi Lee, Susan, everyone.
Hello,
Keep on, guys. Share the love and be good to one another.
Absolutely. Mads King, yeah, man.
Keith.
How
you doing, son? You're right, Duncan. Remember them days well. Have a great week, all. Be safe. Evening, lads. Dino. We'll turn the phones on in a sec as well, Duncan.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, it's just, it's really nice to see all them names again, A broad selection of people from across all the age groups and all the whatever else comes with it. Blue Shadow.
Help out there is crap you get from pillar to post. Might as well just cope by using the usual methods of drink, etc.
I hear that one. I hear that, and I understand that. 100%, I understand that. Not sugarcoating nothing, guys, but at the end of the day, the only person that can get you out that hole is yourself. Yeah. And that's, but we have to be in the right, this is going to sound weird, we have to be in the right frame of mind. But there is a time in your life when you will see other things or things open up a bit better. And it's sometimes really good to step out the box, pretend you're in a penalty box, and that's your life. Your life's a penalty box. Well, just come out the box and look into the box, and maybe that worked for me a bit. But it's like I say, it's horses for courses, and what works for yourselves. Because I can't not sit here now and say I don't drink because I had a few beers in the Philippines, but I don't drink to medicate now, and I think that. So I feel proud of myself in the sense that I drink because I like the taste. Yeah, you look forward to a drink rather than like, how can you explain it? To medicate me. Yeah. It's like a habit like that you've got to drink to make yourself feel better. Like you actually look forward to it as more of like a social, your time, relaxing. Yeah. Like can get you to sleep. There's things we can't face. I've been there. I fully understand, and I've got no issue with anyone drinking whatever they want because I'm not a doctor and I'm not part of AA and I'm not staunch against it because a drink's a drink. And all I can talk about is that I didn't realise that all this built up for 18 years. I knew it was there. I didn't want to go there, so that's why I drank.
Yeah.
but you have to go there to come back. That is it. That's in a famous song from the
I like that.
Stereophonics.
I like
Yeah,
that saying there. Jungle
yeah,
powerful, that is.
yeah. You've got to go there to come back. You really
I
have
like
to.
that, mate.
But it depends what age you are and whether you've got the strength. And that's not to say that you're weak. It just it will come to you in your life at one stage where you know you've got to go there. And I don't know when that is for everybody else. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Lieber got autism, mental health. Don't job working from Lieber, taking tablets, medication for mental health. Yeah, tablets as well. You know, there's no harm in taking certain tablets. Certain things work for different people, don't they? And
Yeah,
that's frowned
yeah,
upon as well. And but like, if it helps somebody, then it helps.
yeah. My biggest thing I did was start singing, and it really worked for me. It made me realise that wow, I'm 50 odd and I can sing, and I didn't know I could sing. I
Yeah.
still don't think I can sing, but I'm on this app. I think you've heard one of my songs, haven't you, Jay?
No, I
Baker
don't
Street.
think I have.
No?
You only told me about it.
Yeah. Well, I went on this app a few years back, and I was a bit arsehole, as you are, drunk, and I started singing, and all these people go, "Oh, you can really sing." I said, "Get away!" And I didn't believe anyone for 3, 4, 5 months, and then I got like 7,000 people following me because of my singing, and I'm like, I'm still scratching my head now, but the singing, I love it. I love singing, and it's such a release for me, you know.
Yeah.
It's probably my best release. It's my best coping mechanism, and also there's so many songs out there. Just
You can relate to.
yeah, just and there's a lot of modern artists and all. I mean, you'll probably get a few on the chat say now. I mean, look at Ren, REN, Romeo Echo November.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a
He's
fantastic guy. Yeah, he's fantastic, and a lot of people relate to him, and because he's had his own problems, so yeah, cool.
Yeah. Blue Shadow, not in a good place, mate. Sobbing my arse out. Oh, Blue
Yeah,
Shadow.
I did. Sorry to butt in, Jay. I did hear her not hear her. I did see a message the other day about it's a bad time of year, and I hear that as well. And it's just, I just hope you can get some solace every day, Blue Shadow. There's no quick fix to things like that.
No.
And we're coming into that time of year now when it's dark, and by the end of the month it's going to be dark at 4 o'clock, isn't it? So we have to maybe get out of bed a bit earlier and take in some daylight. I don't know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a thing as well, isn't it? Like with Tom here. I'm not saying that this is that. I'm just saying that it's actually a thing with seasonal moods and stuff, like depression and stuff like that. Like how it can affect you that way as well. Like with the dark nights, like you say, you get to work or whatever you're doing in the day.
But it's added on top, isn't it, of whatever would is going on. It's just another thing on top of whatever we're struggling with, But yeah.
Keith, big up, son. You're a champion. You got this. Mangoff chopped his ears off over a woman. She was prostitute and sleeping with one man at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. I think he had a bit of was he bipolar? Well, I don't know what the modern one is now, but a fantastic painter, but he just couldn't wear glasses after that happened,
Yeah. The hardest part is the ones suffering stay quiet a lot of the time with a big decayed smile. It's so hard.
Yeah. Who else?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey had severe depression, still got it now, and yet he used to make me laugh my backside off.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious, Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Another one was Stephen Fry. I think he had bipolar.
Robin Williams as well.
And even people close to home. Our old manager, Terry Cooper, had a complete breakdown sometime in the late 90s. And also I've been trying to contact him, but I've having no luck at the moment. David Cottrell, remember David Cottrell played for Blues, the bald-headed fella?
Yeah.
He had really bad depression and a drink problem, or he self-medicated with alcohol, I should say. So it's all around us. It's just
Gary Speed shocked me.
You what? Sorry.
You want me Gary Speed?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Didn't even like it. Must like. I mean, we don't know like the ins and outs of that, but you know that just goes to show of something must have been going on. You know, and that's a perfect example of not, you know, talking about things and stuff. You know, and getting it out there.
Yes, it is.
That was a shocker. That was, weren't he?
Yeah. I probably looking back, I used to scoff at people that did that. I think, nah, or that, you know. But I felt like that once in my life, and I'll never go back there again, because it was almost like there was two people speaking in my head, and I don't know where it came from, but that won't happen again. You know, that's the one thing that will never ever enter my head again. But up until that moment, I couldn't understand why people did it, even though there's mental health, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But now I fully understand. It's just an opinion. I think that people that go on to do that don't want to do it, actually, because I didn't want to do it. And the mad thing was, it was only a phone call that stopped me. And that it's a really, no, look, it's scary. And I'm not going there again, ever. I'm telling you now, I'm not doing it. No way.
Emu Games Master, thank you very much as well, mate. And also as well, he mentioned that's another important one, the vicious circle.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I learned with my counsellor back then, and also when I was doing all the acupuncture and stuff. Have you tried that as well, Dunk?
No, I haven't done acupuncture. No, bruv, no. But I know it can be a treatment.
Mate, I swear by it, honestly. Out of everything, it's the best natural thing that I've ever done, mate, and I swear by it. Absolutely fantastic.
And that's good that you found something that works for you, and that is the thing, isn't it? You know, because what works for the goose might not work for the gander, and that, you know, a lot of people swear by the what's it called, the cannabis. Yeah. But that's hard to get out of the government. But apparently the benefits are amazing. But you know, it comes down to cost, I suppose, or that they don't trust you. I mean, they trust you with like Zimmervein that puts you into coma when you go to sleep, and the next day you're like a zombie and you've got the taste in your mouth for 12 hours. But they won't give you that one, so I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is, isn't it?
My thoughts eat me up. The song came on earlier and I went to pieces.
Yeah, I know.
Well done, Dunk, for talking about your demons.
Yeah, you just got to...
guys.
Yeah.
Carry on, Dunk. We've got to what? Sorry, mate.
Yeah, we have to just be there for everybody else and not just ourselves. Easier said than done, but I think there's more people in the world that are more caring than people who are not caring. So we have to say to look, I've got a spare bedroom here, so if anyone wants time out, just message you or get in touch with me. You know, a change is as good as a rest, you know.
Yeah.
Step outside that box, try something different. Look at all the different treatments of depression, anxiety, bipolar, and just have a little dabble and see what makes you feel a little bit better, or might work for you, or just do what I did, just keep busy, or
finding things you enjoy.
Yeah, of course. And if that's self-medicating on beer or wine or whatever and that works, it's not up to me to tell you what works or doesn't work. So I just know that me as a person, I had to sort myself out, and I had to go back to come forward, you know. And that's why when I did the channel, I thought of a name, and I thought, well, in the army, a big thing is about front foot. You've got to stay on the front foot. You know, if you go into battle, you've got to stay on the front foot. You've got to move forward. So that's why I called it Moving Forward, because we don't want to go back, do we? No one wants to go back. So we've got to go forward. You know?
That's bad on, mate.
Yeah, it is.
Got Stephen as well. Hi Jay, struggling myself, loss of my stepson, eats me up every day. Knife crime in Brum needs to end. Yeah. Spoke to Steve on the phone. He's sorted me out at the Blues, bless him as well. He's got me a ticket next to him at the games now.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing, yeah.
Mind blown, mate, to be honest. But yeah, Steve stepson was Cody. You know, the one in the Crane nightclub.
Yeah, yes. That rings a bell, actually. Yeah. Oh, bless you, bruv. Bless you.
Something's got to get sorted out with that. It's that's another issue, isn't it, as well?
It is. Yeah.
The police ask men when they're in custody if they have mental health issues and they're ex-military, and ask if they're getting one help referral. I know from experience. Well said, Duncan. Having the right influences around you will always help. Oh, you have to confront the demons in your life to defeat them. You can have a smoke as well if you want, Dunk.
Yeah, I will do in a bit, bro. I was just thinking about that, actually. And I was just
have a smoke, mate. Christmas without a loved one is hard, but they are all in our prayers and thoughts. Yeah. They're always in there, mate. That's what keeps them alive.
Yeah. It does, yeah. There's so much in my head, and I don't want to, the way you deal with loss is just so personal. You know, right, when my dad died, the lockdown started, and I went back to be with my mum in over the other side of Solihull, actually. And but I was living in Hereford at the time. And I'll tell you something now, yeah. The lockdown started, and I was almost trapped at my mother's. Now, I'm not saying I didn't want to be there, but it was my dad, but it was my mum's husband. And I had to listen to her grieve for about 8 weeks. And I didn't want to be there, not because I didn't care, but because I think when it's a man and woman, and I think it was 59 years of a married, I think grief's personal, you know. And I used to go out and go on walks for 4 or 5 hours, and I even had the police stop me a couple of times, and I told them, look, I'm getting out of the house, I need some fresh air, you know what I mean? But grief's very personal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I believe I shouldn't have been there for them weeks, and it's not because I didn't care, but I don't know. That's the way I've seen it, you know. So I don't know. It's a hard one, isn't it? You know.
Sadie, I am the worst for not saying anything when struggling. Then pop like a bottle of champagne. always been the same. I'm the same, Dunk, always been relatively okay singer, but anxiety gets in the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I think it's just about mindset, about being comfortable with yourself, um, and that sometimes you've got that in your life, and sometimes you don't. I mean, like you're quite natural on the videos I watch, Jay, but there might be a time in the future when you won't be, and you'll get stage fright. You know, or you might just carry on and just be, you know, it. I don't know. We just have to be open to change at any time. It's like
Yeah,
I say, we have to come out that box and look in and look that how is our life? How are we? What am I doing to better myself? What is bettering yourself? Because climbing the ladder at the local bank or climbing the ladder at the council office is that bettering yourself? I don't know. I can't answer, but I think being contented and being at peace in your mind is probably the thing that I
grounded as
strive
well.
for. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think if you've got that, you're on the way then, and then everything falls into place a little bit more, doesn't it? You know.
yeah.
Um,
Big Town was saying there's a lot of things you're saying, Dunk, that is resonating with him for sure. Yeah, that hurts.
yeah. Tone. I don't know about you, mate, but I never left my house for about 18 months once, and I don't know why I did it. I just had this. I wasn't going outside. Um, don't know where it came from. I just know it was a part of what I was going through, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah,
My mum died in my arms.
geez, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We love you, Blue Shadow.
yeah, man.
Lost two wives in my life, Blue Shadow, but I live with them in my heart. It helps me to think of them with love.
Yeah,
Stephen and a talented footballer. You speak so much sense, Duncan. Sorry to hear your story, but pleased you are now in a position to help people. I mean, you say about me, like, coming across as naturally, mate. Every time I load up the computer, I get nervous. Um, but I mean, like,
yeah,
looking at you doing this, mate, this is your very first, and it feels like you've been doing it, years with me. It's just like a normal, general chat, mate. You
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I
proud of
picked
you,
that up.
mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Proud of you, mate.
But it's without sounding corny, it's something close to my heart, you know.
Yeah,
I really, really want to find out about what makes my mind tick. And there's so much out there if we go researching and dig, because all I say is don't, right, we might believe in God or we might not believe in God. It's not my place to tell you what to do, and it's
yeah,
not my place to tell you what to believe in. It works for you or doesn't work for you. But it's good to go digging and researching for yourself. Try not to go down the rabbit holes because there's loads of them. But also look at look at treatments. Look at what's been done in the past. I mean, everyone goes on about cocaine addiction at the moment, yeah. And I seen a stat somewhere that said that of every 10 £10 notes, 8 have got cocaine trace on them. Okay. But if you go back in history, the Victorians were the worst cocaine abusers ever. It wasn't given to the masses, but all the people that had a little bit of money and a little bit of power, they were all doing it. And it caused quite a lot of problems. I don't know. I know I'm going off a little bit on things, but I think it's just good to research and to research Grief, grief's grief's a grief is a very complex thing. More than we realise. I mean, look at different animals and what happens when their partner dies. Like swans or wolves. A wolf's partner. If a wolf's partner dies, that wolf will never have another partner. Now, I know this is about mental health, this stream, and people got their problems, but it's good to take a step out just to see what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, mate. Hang on, Doug, 2 seconds, mate. My lad shouting. Hang on 2 seconds, mate.
But to the viewers, it's a privilege to come on here and just give my opinion on things. It's not right or wrong. It's just how I've done it, and if I can give anything back to anyone else, then I'll do my best. Hence why I started my channel. Back in the day, I wanted to do it for veterans, but actually researching it more than I've ever done, PTSD is rife and it's everywhere, and it's never will I ever think that it's just veterans or firefighters or nurses, doctors. It's just everybody. I mean, when I joined the army, nearly everybody in my regiment had complex PTSD before they even shot a weapon, because nearly everyone was dragged up. They were dragged up, and if it wasn't sexual, it was physical, and if it wasn't physical, it was mental abuse. I know it was a different time, the late 70s and early 80s, but the military knew what they were doing when they took people off the streets and put them into Pacific regiments. They knew what they were getting, and they knew the problems they had before they even trained them. But that's another story, that is. Sorry, Jay, I didn't know you sat down.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, we turn the phones on, Dunk.
Yeah, man, yeah. Come on, it is for them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for all of us.
Absolutely.
Turn the hang on, guys. You have to wait for it to load up a sec. Yes, what was you saying then, Dunk?
I was just on about the people that go in the army, especially my generation. We all had problems before we even went in the army, and the thing is, the government knew. But I don't want to get political, because I won't stop, and it's not about that, is it?
Phones are on. If any of you want to have a chat with me and Dunk, just don't forget, Dunk. It'll be the same for you when they're talking. They won't be able to hear you. It'll be the same when Nick was on. When Nick can't hear him.
Okay.
You'll be able to hear him through the phone, but they won't be able to hear you talking back.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is another powerful one that I like. Grow through what you go through. Hello.
Hello, it's Lee Burke. You all right?
How you doing, Lee, mate? You all right, mate?
You're right, Duncan?
Yeah, he's probably stomach, mate. He's waving to you.
Okay.
How's things with you, mate?
Everything's good.
Yeah. What about in terms of how you're feeling and stuff in yourself? And
I'm feeling good in myself.
oh, superb, mate.
Doing quite well.
You suffer with like autism and that, don't you, and stuff, that, Lee?
Autism, yeah, and Spurgis.
Yeah.
Spurgis syndrome and autism and schizophrenia.
Yeah. Have you got things that kind of like help you with?
Yeah, I go to an art group.
Oh, you actually do your drawings and that, don't you, and stuff?
I go to art group at church.
Yeah.
I go Mondays and Thursdays.
Mondays and Thursdays. So you got you got yourself in like a good routine, then, haven't you?
I do something every day. Every day I do.
Yeah. More about like because I know that you're into like your music and stuff as well, aren't you? Like, Does that
Yeah.
kind of help with?
Put it on loudspeaker. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we got. Oh yeah, because I got your comment here as well. Go to church. Being in God, Jesus Christ from Lee Burke.
Yeah. I go to church on Sundays.
How did you get into that, Lee? Was that something that you found yourself, or?
Yeah, something I found myself. Yeah.
Oh, fair play, mate.
Yeah.
Mark as well. He's commented saying I've learnt a lot tonight with how we're all talking together and stuff, and that Lee and Duncan.
Yeah.
You-
Oh. Yeah.
you-
All right, and I'll let you go, and I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, Lee. Thanks.
Have a good week and a good weekend.
And you,
Bye-bye.
Lee. Thanks for ringing again, mate. Lee Burt, mate. He's
Yeah, he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
nice,
Positive. Yeah. If that works for him, that's fantastic. And hasn't he come out of his shell? It's brilliant to see. Brilliant to see.
Blue Shadow. Hello.
Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah, are you?
Oh. Not in a good place, mate.
Take your time, Blue Shadow.
Yeah, sorry, Jay.
It's all right, mate. What have you been up to?
I'm trying to not think about this time of the month. Well, this time of the month, because if my mum was still alive, she'd be in the hospital now.
Yeah.
It got me thinking. And I tried to ring a number earlier.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I know they ain't gonna pick up. But you know what, you just want to try.
Yeah.
And then I had a song come on the radio.
It's all right.
And it's called Like a Rose.
Yeah.
And it was her when we had her funeral, that was her song going into like the creme.
Yeah.
And it's just triggered the downpour of tears.
Yeah, we was talking about that, weren't we, Duncan, about like music and how it can link with moods and how you're feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I told myself that I wouldn't drink because I know what I'm like. I know what I went through, losing my mum.
Yeah.
And when I hit the drink and that, I ended up in a bad place. And I told myself I'd never drink again. And lo and behold, I went out and I bought a few cans, and I thought, I need something. I need to try and forget, but.
Yeah.
I knew like it was just going to be like really hard for me.
Yeah. I can imagine. Well, I can't imagine what you're going through, to be honest, Blue Shadow. But I admire you for, talking about it and sharing it.
Yeah, because like I did say that I'd try and ring it. But it's kind of like obviously it's coming up to. It'd be 3 years, and like I know, like people go, well, 3 years, you should have like near enough got over it. But it's kind of like, she died in my arms, mate.
Yeah.
And so I got to hear like the death rattle, and then like her last breath, and I think it messed me up because like I was like, pull it to the back of your head, like it's a part of life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, it's okay, Mum, go. Like, if you need to go, go. But, when you don't realise what you've said.
Yeah. Is there Is there a way that you can listen to Duncan Blue Shadows? I think he wants to. Or can't you do it at the same time?
Oh no, my daughter's got the TV and it's on just on my phone. Yeah,
That's that little Blue.
little Blue's got my TV,
What's she up to?
and she's watching Lion King. She's mad on Lion King at the moment. So
Oh, is she?
yeah, she loves watching that, and I hate. I don't really want to go in and, I'm sobbing my heart out, and I hate when she sees me cry. So
Yeah.
it's one of them. But yeah, no, I can, if he wants to say something, and then I can look back on it when I come off the phone or something. But yeah, so it's one of them. Like I just thought to myself, like, I know it's coming.
Yeah.
So I'll just give a bit of the basis of. So she was in a hospital, because she wasn't eating or nothing like that. The hospital didn't change her. She lost control of her bowels. They left her in a mess, which really pissed me off, kind of thing. And then by the time they let her back out of hospital, 2 hours later, she died in my arms, mate, on the 9th of November. It just fucked me up. And I had counselling for it over the phone, and they tried all these different ways to work with me, and I was like, do you think it works? Do you think you've got through it? I was like, yeah, and I've got off the phone and I go, you know what, no, because you can't expect me to just get over something by
something like,
what I mean? It's hard. But I know it's on the 9th of November, we play Northampton Town, so I'm in two minds. Do I go down the ground and watch the football, or do I just sit in a dark room and sob my heart out? And my mate had a conversation with me the other day about it, and she was like, what do you think your mum would tell you to do? And I was like, she'd tell me to go and enjoy myself, go down the football, go down, meet up with your friends and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it's just taking its toll.
I can hear you on that one. But what I'll do, Blue Shadow, is if I'll have a look at my shift router, and if I'm not at work, then on the 9th,
yeah,
depending on how you're feeling, I'm more than happy to come and have a drink with you and raise a glass for your mum.
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Yeah.
Well, I like to say, on top of all that, I've got my stepbrother as well. He's got stage 4 cancer, and he's only got a few months to live because the treatment ain't working as well. So it's just it's life. I look at life and I think it's so fucking cruel, because it takes away the people, that shouldn't really need to go. And it's not just people that just pass on whether they've got cancer, man. It's people that's whether they get killed or stabbed. And the guy that lost his stepson, I feel for him, because grief is a powerful thing. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But yeah, I just thought I'd just give a bit of the heads up of how I'm feeling.
That's all right.
I'm not too sure if I'll be phoning in for a while unless I get my head straight. So,
have you been doing things to try and not distract yourself? Because obviously, it's a big thing, to your mum, but poetry to try and
I did. You know what? I tried. I've been sitting here at the table, in my kitchen, and I've got I'm there, and literally nothing's making sense, because I know I'm not in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying. To be honest with you, I'm trying to work on a poem for Lee Burke, because I know, he said he wants me to write one for him.
Yeah.
And I was going to do one for this show, and I just can't get the words to come out. And I know that if I just say anything, it's not going to mean anything. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Once I get sort of out of this cloud storm that I'm in, I'll get to writing in one.
We're all we're all here for you, though, mate. But yeah, I'm definitely down for going down the blues and having a drink with you for your mum.
Yeah, definitely.
After this stream, I'll have a look at my shift route and see if I'm at work or not.
Well, we'll probably have to get like Big Rich to kidnap you or something.
Big Richard, the Messiah.
Yeah,
We need to get Duncan down as well with us.
Yeah, Duncan, get Nick down there, and
Duncan's got to come as well.
Yeah.
Got to get Duncan with us.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go, mate. I need to sort myself out.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be back in the chat and that, and but yeah, thanks for listening.
It's all right, mate. We do this every month, don't we? Say it every time. We ain't a doctor. We're just a platform. Talking helps, and you probably find you'll feel a little bit better when you come off the phone because you've got something off your chest rather than letting it build up and stuff, letting your mind wander. And but that's what it's for. It's for us all to talk about things and just be here for one another, and we're a community. Communities. We're all talking together and stuff. It's nice, isn't it? Really, what we're all doing. And
yeah, I think it's I think I'm more sort of relaxed, and I can say how it is. Like it. Obviously, at the start, I couldn't get my words out. But when I'm a bit more relaxed and I know I can talk to people, like it tends to just come out better. Whereas if I sit at the doctors and I'm trying to get my words out, and it's like, oh, how about if we give you this pill, give you that pill, and you're like, I don't want pills to ease the pain, and I don't want to talk because you're not understanding where I'm coming from, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've just got to work out how to deal with like the next couple of months, and like I say, the 9th is when she passed away. The 13th of December is my mum's birthday, and then like the 14th was her funeral. So it's all just one of them. And then like I say, with my stepbrother, it's just he's in Australia, so it's one of them. It's just waiting for the news to filter through that you don't want.
Is he where? Sorry, Australia.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Bloody hell! You need to spend some time with your little one, I think, as well, and just make time for yourself, Blue Shadow.
Yeah, it's like, I miss my mum like mad. You know what I mean? And like she calls me mum every day, and it gets to a point where I go, "Will you stop calling me mum? Because it's mum. You know what I mean?" But it's nice as well. You know what I mean? But it's just kind of like when I'm out in the street or I see like people with their mums, and like especially if they're talking to them and they're disrespectful, and I'm thinking, you've only got one mum. You know what I mean? And little do you know, when you grow up and that person's no longer around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It either does wrecks you, or you go a different way. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm gonna go, mate. And
it's
okay. Thanks for Duncan for coming on, because I'm listening to him, you know what I mean, and what he does and whatnot. Yeah, keep it up, mate, because you really do help people out.
We all love you, Dunk, as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, right on, and
keep right on, Blue Shadow. We're all here for you, mate, as well. All right.
All right, mate. Catch you next time.
I'll let you know about the 9th of that game as well.
Yeah, just drop me a message or something.
All right then.
All right, cool.
Cheers for ringing in, Blue Shadow.
All right.
Keep right on.
Keep right on, mate. Hey.
See you later. Bless her.
Yeah, bless. That was
grief. It's a tough one, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, of course it is. And whoever said, it's 3, it's 3 years, and there's no time limit, is there?
No.
No,
3 years.
Tony.
Hi, mate.
How you doing, Tony?
I'm all right now. How
you doing, Tony? Missed you,
mate.
All
right. Now. Hold on, let's switch this down. Hold on, let's switch this down.
Hear it echoing.
Are you there now?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
I thought I was trying to be clever so I could hear Dunk as well, but oh, I've had a madden, but I'm
What's
okay.
happened, mate?
Well, it's my own fault, really, because the last time I was on about the golfing stuff, and I've had problems with the builders and all that, and I'll say it myself. I'm pretending to be okay, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
The big hard man, so-called fucking hard man, he can cope with everything, and he was just creeping up on me again.
Was this from the last time we spoke, Tony?
Yeah, and because I'd been in front of this fucking committee, hadn't I, and all that shit. But I decided to go to golf. I think it was the day after that. And, I just made my mind up, and I went there. And it was for the roll-up, and I just didn't want to be there. So they'd gone back on what they'd said about going to another roll-up and doing this, because they wanted me to apologise. And I thought to myself, I don't want them to have another roll-up because it'd make me feel guilty for the rest of my fucking time there.
Yeah.
I thought about, did I tell you that three of the lads helped me do all the tricks and that?
Yeah,
and
you did.
It got me thinking, do you know, in all that time when I was in front of the committee and all that, not one of them fucking backed me up.
Really?
They could have said, well, we were part of it. And things like that really get to me.
Yeah.
So, anyway, they were all lined up, and it was going to be the normal roll-up. And I just called them three and took them to one side, and I fucking told them what I thought. Why didn't you even just say something or come to me, And I said, well, you've shit on me once, and that's the only fucking time you're ever going to shit on me. I don't want to get up about it now again, but that's what I said to her.
Fair play,
I went back to the start, and they're saying you haven't put a ball in for the roll-up. I said, because I haven't put in a fucking ball in. I said, you can stick your roll-up up your fucking arse. I said, I ain't playing it in again. So I haven't left the golf club, but I've left the roll-up.
Yeah.
And I've told them I'm not rejoining in January. I can't trust him.
No.
And my mate Eric was fucking gutted. But like I said to him, look, I'm still going to play there. I can play at a different time if you want to play, and we've done that once. So
did that work out better? Only doing that.
I mean, the roll-ups as they were, but I can't have people like that backstab you.
No.
Because they were saying on the day, well, just apologise. After all that was said before, just apologise, it'll all be fine. I said, no, it fucking won't be in my mind. I'm only playing jokes because they've had a go at me for 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And I said, like, fuck it. I said, I don't play with cowards. So I just walked away. I didn't play that day. But I know it sounds silly to some people, but golf's a big part of my life.
No, it's something that you enjoy, Tony. Like, it's your time, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought about it as well. I've been there about 7 years, and I've always struggled to play weekends because they all stick to their groups. You have to book online for it. And at times I've said, look, is there anyone I can have a game with? And I don't think there's been once when I've said, yeah, join us.
Yeah.
I've had to join on the line and just get there thinking, I hope they don't want to I hope they want to play with me or not. And I just thought, not one of them have fucking offered. And I can't be in groups like that.
Yeah, I'm the same, mate.
That's how it got to me. So, anyway, that's done. I'm still playing, but I'm not going in the roll-up anymore. I'll join another course. I've had about 3 different offers now, and we'll see where I want to go. And
I was just going to say that, Jay. If you could just pass on to him that
the things you said,
maybe a different club.
So many things resonating with me.
Duncan's got a message for you, Town.
What?
Hang on, 2 secs. Let him tell me what it is. Hang on, Town. Go on, Dunk.
Just it's coming outside that box, isn't it? do something different, and maybe, just maybe,
Hold on, I can't hear.
a lot of your problems are maybe associated with the golf club. Maybe join a different club. I don't know.
Yeah. He said maybe join like a different.
A lot of your problems are.
I can hear now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Maybe join like a different.
I can hear now.
Can you hear him in the background? He's laughing.
Bless him.
Love your sound.
I know, that's what I've done. I mean, it's a positive step for me. And then I got even more positive then because I thought, right, and I'll admit it now, and I have wrote a poem, but I don't know if I'm going to read it out yet because I admit it to myself. You've got to start fucking looking at yourself.
Yeah.
I feel lonely. And that's the first time I've really admitted it. At times I feel lonely. No matter what I do a hell of a lot. But there's times when I feel fucking lonely. So I decided then to, remember that group I said when I used to teach art therapy?
Yes.
In Red, about 9 years ago now. I went, I phoned them up and I went up and sat in a couple of days. I've got another art teacher, but that didn't. And I've just met some people that I've been there. And it's mainly now for alcoholics and drug addicts and stuff. But I enjoyed it. And then someone said they're going away. And I've been away with them to a place in West Wales. I can't remember the fucking name of it now. It's one of them Welsh bloody names. It's a big cottage with about 10 bedrooms, and in the field they've got like not caravans, what they call it, mobile homes and stuff. And I went there for about 3 days.
Yeah.
8 years ago, and it's one of the best things I've ever done. And someone offered me a place, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go. So the problem was, the one that offered me the place was a girl who, she was alcoholic and all this, but she was in my class and we used to see each other. And he said, I'm going to go. And I've got to explain this, she's married, but he's a bit of a bastard to her. And we had a bit of affair. And anyway, I decided to go. And I've spent 5 days with her at this place, and I've just fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it. We've just, you know, when minds meet.
Yeah.
Fucking talk about things, and we hardly went out. We took the dogs. She's got a dog, and all we done was walk the dogs and just sat and chatted for hours on hours. I won't tell you what we've done overnight, but I mean, he's half my
Duncan's put his hand over his eyes down.
He's half my age, but we're on the same level, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But we were still on the understanding that after the 5 days, nothing will happen, and it won't. She's never going to be with me. And I can't be with her because of what I'm like.
Yeah.
Because I've had loads of fucking hell. I'm saying like a right fucking hell, you know, but since I've been divorced, I've had a few relationships, and I've always said to them, look, the only thing I'll do, I won't cheat, I won't do this, I won't do all the drinking, but I disappear because I have to. And they all say, yeah, we'll cope with it and all that. And it's funny now, but I've ended up homeless about 4 or 5 fucking times because of this. So that ain't happening again. That is not happening again. But we've had a fantastic time. Bit sad now it's over, but it's lifted me up again. And
Yeah.
I've got belief in myself again now. Duncan was saying earlier about locking yourself away. Before I got this place, I was in calling for nearly 2 years and never went out the fucking door till night when no one was about.
Yeah.
I've done them things, but I don't know. I just had to get away, mate, and that's the way I cope. It was a spur of the moment. I call it if you believe in God, like a light that, it's meant to fucking happen.
Yeah.
And that was meant to happen for her and me. She'll never leave her husband anyway. She has always gone back. She used to go back to him then. And he cheats. She knows that. But she's got kids, and so, it ain't going to be a relationship. But we just had 5 days of being on the same fucking level, talking about the same sort of things, the same. And I just
relatable stuff.
Yeah, it was like the baggage was off my shoulders again.
Yeah.
I stalled in my training. I hadn't stopped training. I hadn't stopped doing anything. But I said to you, I lost 24 to 25 pounds. But then it stopped. I was not putting weight on, but I weren't doing anything. And I know that can happen. But since I've met up with her and gone down there, I've hit my first target now. 2 stone I've lost. 28 fucking pounds. And
How's the hell, Town?
Brilliant.
Well, you look like a warrior now, don't you, mate?
I was watching the other day when you put my picture on one of your videos. I thought, fucking hell, look at that fat bastard.
No, mate, you're not fat at all. Totally the opposite, mate. You're a fucking unit.
Everyone is noticing now. I mean, people are asking, oh, where do you think you've lost the weight? And I said, fucking everywhere. I said, the least part is my stomach because I'm not doing sit-ups or anything like that because I don't want to put muscle on top of fat. I want to lose weight and then do the sit-ups. And I said, look at your face, though. Look, you've lost it all over. I said, I know, because I'm training right. I know how to train.
Yeah.
I look fucking mental half the days because I'm over across the field with 24 pounds of weight strapped to my chest and 6 pounds on each leg walking around the bloody field. And I must look like one of them fucking... Remember that advertisement for tyres?
Oh, the Michelin Man.
Yeah. And they're going, I thought you was losing weight, and I go, fucking feel that. I feel fantastic.
Good, mate. I've missed you, mate.
Yeah.
You say to me, phone, that is one thing I can say now, yeah, I'll phone, but I know I won't, because it's a big problem with me phoning. And in this time of it, I can't admit that I'm lonely, but I can now. I'm going to fucking start doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively, yeah.
Sweet Town.
Yeah, I can't seem to pick up a phone and ask for help. But I've got to start fucking doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have, mate. You have.
I know I'm 70, but in my head I feel like I'm fucking 40 still. And now I'm losing weight. I feel like it as well.
Well, put it this way, I've seen you in the flesh, mate. You don't look 70 to me at all. You look...
What, 80?
No, a lot younger, mate.
Oh, I've got to pull you up as well, because before I went, the postman come to the door, well, postwoman.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm supposed to have had a fucking parcel. He said, what is it?
Yeah.
He handed me a letter, and it said that parcel was in Llangollen, which is about a 25-mile round fucking trip for me.
Oh, bloody hell.
And it said on there, because you haven't paid the postage.
I don't understand. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I was the same as well, Tone. So you know
£1.50. And I said, I'll fucking give you £1.50 now. Can you get it from Corwin, from Llangollen up to Corwin? And she said, I'll take you £1.50. And I thought, I won't fucking see her again.
Yeah.
I went away, I come back today, and the fucking parcel's through the door.
Oh, it's come to you now?
Yeah, I've got it this morning. Thanks a lot, brilliant, mate.
What is it, Town?
It's a key ring.
Yeah.
The thing inside, I can't read at the moment.
Get your jigsaw, because all the missing pieces of my jigsaw.
Yeah.
And the missing pieces of your jigsaws as well.
We wouldn't be the team that we are without you. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's true, mate. And that's the same with
I
Duncan.
can't thank you enough, mate. And Duncan especially. I know I upset people when I go away, but I can't fucking help it. I can't stop it. That's how I am. I get in that mindset and I just go. I'm a spur of the minute, decision maker, me. I just fucking go. And as soon as they said you can take the dog, because I knew anyway, because I took my 2 dogs last time, I thought, fucking, I'm going.
Do you know why I got you all the jigsaws?
Hey?
Do you know why I got you all the jigsaws?
To get us all together.
Yeah. Can you put a jigsaw together? What happens?
Well,
when all the pieces are together? It's like
I know I
community.
keep saying it, but I am coming to the fucking blues. I am coming to wherever we get together. I'm just building myself up to get myself perfectly right to do it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. And the more confidence I get, I mean, it was a confidence thing down the golf club because I can't be that person that compromises just for them. I won't do it. And I get myself in loads of fucking trouble through it, but I'd rather stand up, look myself in the mirror and thought, you've done the right thing there. Because they backstabbed you, they did. And I've got this thing now at Champions House where I can go any time that I want.
Yeah.
He said, you just come when you want. You've done so much for us. So I've got that again now. And the other thing was, I told you I won all that bet.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
1,200 quid.
How much?
At 1,200 quid.
Bloody hell, sound.
So I've been having, and I'm having a fucking spend on myself now, which I can't mention a name, and she said, you got to start fucking treating yourself. So I've ordered a big rug today for the living room, nearly 200 fucking quid worth, and I'm ordering myself stuff, but I thought, fucking, I ain't making do anymore. Enjoy it, just get on with it.
Yeah. 1,200 quid, mate. Fair play,
yeah,
pal.
They all laugh at me because I make these silly bets. I know I've lost the one with the Blues. I haven't even watched the match yet. I only found out today they've lost because I shut everything out. But I'll find out. I'll watch it. But I make these silly bets, and I keep fucking having these big wins. And they go, "Oh, you jammy bastard!" I said, "I'm not a jammy bastard. I study the golf. I never bet on the low, 6-1 or 7-1. I pick the outsiders, and in golf, you can have the top 10. So I go. Some of them are 250-1, and I'm thinking, well, hold on, they've played quite well in the last few weeks. I'll have a silly £2.50 each way on that, and you get a fifth of the odds in the 10 places. So, if they get in the top 10, you're still getting probably 50-1.
Yeah.
But I have them doubles, trebles, and everything. So if I get 2 or 3 in there, you've got about 10 bets on it, and it fucking adds up. So they can think I'm fucking stupid, but
Have you been doing any painting in that, Tony? Because I know that you're another good example, like Duncan. We're trying to focus your mind on things, and
she's an artist as well because she was in my class, and all we did was take a watercolour book each and some watercolours, and we have sat there painting together. So nothing, brilliant, nothing. Just that's my art therapy. I tell her to put the things down onto the paper, or put paint on her hands and put it on the paper, then let it dry and see what forms. And I'll say, explain a story now in that painting.
Yeah.
And I feel it works every fucking time because she sees something, she'll see something different to me. She'll see a shape and go, oh, that looks like my old dog, or that looks like, and she starts painting it. I said, it's the easy way of painting. It's a brilliant way of fucking painting. And what Duncan said about singing, I don't sing now, but I used to. I used to run my karaoke. That was another way. I play my keyboard. I've taught myself to play keyboard.
Yeah.
There's so many things that I do. And he's right, we have to keep busy.
Yeah. Yeah, we do, don't we, mate?
Yeah. I'd love to I was heartbroken listening to Blue Shadow, but I can't say anything at the moment. I can't.
Yeah.
Whatever I said would be fucking clumsy anyway, but...
It's a tough one with grief, though, isn't it, mate? Oh,
yeah, it is. It is.
anything...
I mean, like, I wanted to say to Dunk, like, mine isn't army stuff, my PTSD, it's my abuse.
Yeah.
But there's a part that I want to tell everyone, and I will, and I've told this girl another part of my life that involves, remember, it's just like grief anyway. I've lost my 3 girls.
Yeah.
Because things that happened. That's a grief. It's even worse because I see them on Facebook. I see them everywhere, but I can't, you know, it's bad.
Yeah.
That's why I've only just seen Dunk's message from the other day. I switched Facebook, I'll switch everything off because I just can't have it any longer. But I don't know.
We love you, Town. We love you, mate.
Well, I love the group, I really do, and I promise you I'm going to come down, and if Duncan still has the offer, I'll come and stop with Duncan and go to a match, do anything.
Duncan shaking his head and putting his thumb up. Yeah,
I've got to do it, but I've got to do it in, you know, when I feel the like I'm at 100% sort of thing, or nearly 100%. But it's been a good weekend, to be honest.
Good, mate. I'm glad.
You want me to read this poem?
Yeah, go on. We love Tony's poems. Go on, mate.
Well,
go on, Town.
I might struggle a bit because I've fucking printed it. It's a bit small, but
it's all right, mate.
I can't even read the bloody title. The fucking words. It's called Thoughts of an Imperfect Mind. Shall I let this slide continue and give up all my hope, or get on with the fighting and learn to live and cope? The decision is internal. It comes right from the heart. Draw the battle lines and make a daunting start. The devil is very devious with full on attack. The choice is surrender or begin the long fight back. The longest of all the journeys then I should undertake, with many disappointments and many, many mistakes. I will go with eyes blinkered, searching for the light, although tired and weary, keeping up the fight. All my fears non-stop, powering forward. Now I fucked this up now.
It's all right.
Keeping up the fight, non-stop, powering forward. Oh, fuck it, I'll fuck that bit up. Oh.
It's all right, Town.
Yeah, some days I disappear from view and search to find my space where thoughts can be act out calmly and not invade my place. To adjust, I do get lonely. It's hard for me to grasp. And I know people are out there, but it's hard for me to ask. When hardness is drilled into you, not much of love on show. No wonder I get lost sometimes, not knowing where to go. And I am my own worst enemy, a stubborn, hardball streak. But to me, if you compromise standards, it shows you're feeble and weak. I know I've the heart of a lion and so much love to give, but demons keep me haunted. It's me I need to forgive. Hold on. I've just had 5 days of happiness with someone with an understanding mind, but there is always a catch to the story. I know she'll never be mine. But the time we spent together, a moment we just had to share, was something we both really needed to forget about all despair. For both now, a little sadness, our journey completed, now home. But for 5 beautiful days in our lives, we were both so loved, not alone. For now, my batteries are charged again. The love and now highs instead. And the devil and doubters are evicted from now to push forward on my path ahead. And that's what I've felt all weekend.
Oh, mate, you're bloody talented, ain't you? Talented, Town. Duncan's clapping. Blue Shadows put Big Town with a love heart on the chat as well. Everyone loves Big Town. Big Town.
Blue Shadow, please. We've been there. We've all been there. I know it's hard, but you've got to battle. Look, you've got to battle. I know it's thoughts in your head. I get them telling me to fucking tap myself, but I have to mentally think, you ain't going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're bigger than that. You're bigger than them. You're bigger than the devils. You're better than the devils. And when you start, that little spark will happen like it did to me this weekend, and things will come back again. I know it's hard. I miss my kids every day of my life. And I try not to show it, but it fucking upsets me. It really does. I miss them so much, but we got to keep going. Yeah. And thank you, Dunk. I've loved every video you've put. The help is just unbelievable, and I probably don't thank people enough, but I really do. These things I got today, Jay, it's just, as I say, I keep saying on these shows, I can go to bed happy now, and I know I'm going to sleep tonight now.
Well, it's the same with you as well, Tony. You know, when you have these off days and these thoughts and that, just look at them two things. I got you, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Read them.
I know the place they're going to go, because I put things round my bed to wake up to make me positive, and on my ceilings, all my paintings, everything. Like I said, when I deliberately ordered the 2 blue shirts, 2 sizes too small for me, and they're right in front of the end of my bed. So every morning I get up thinking I've got to fucking fit in them.
Yeah.
So I've got to train and I've got to keep on with my life, you know. But I just thank everyone the nice comments. I can't keep up with the comments. I'm not that good on the fingers.
I ain't either, mate.
And at this moment in time, I can't really help others for tonight, because I'm still getting over what's happened, and it's been good. It's been so positive, and we beat the Devils again, didn't we? So I keep beating them. I look at myself in a positive way now, because I know I don't want to sound big-headed, but I sat there this morning thinking, I can't think of anyone who's on their own like me, lonely, but is it 14, 15 weeks, I have fucking trained and pushed myself every day to lose this 2 stone.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people that can do that.
No. And
but that's my
not at 70 as well.
Yeah, that's
so,
my
inspirational.
No, I don't think of myself as 70, I don't, but that is my battle against the devil.
Yeah.
Because I'm proving I'm fucking stronger than them, you know.
No, good, mate. Good.
Anyway, I'm getting bored in now. So.
Not getting boring, mate. mate, honestly, we love you, mate. We got one. We got one here. Who was it now? Someone put off D now. Big Town is preparing for John Fury.
He's fucking too young for me.
Oh, class Town.
But it's like, even coming back today, the builders were there, and I just thought, fuck them, get on with it. They're trying to speak to me nice now. I just say hello, and that's it. I'm not going to get involved anymore. It's nearly finished now anyway. And this thing with the police, I mean, that's why I went away, because I thought you're getting yourself so fucking het up about things, because I still think it's the right way to talk, honestly, but just everything happened at the same time, which seems to happen with me regular.
Yeah.
I go, it's been nothing, and then everything hits me. But, and I do face up to it, and I face to the front, and I look at it sometimes. I wish I could step back, but I can't. And I'm not going to change. I don't want to change. That's the way I am. But I'm going to wish you good night.
Good to hear,
man. Cheers, Tone.
I can't believe how good Duncan is on his first time fucking showing like this.
I know, mate. He's a pro, isn't he, Dunk, now?
Yeah.
He's laughing.
We will get together sometime.
Yeah, mate.
Yes,
Mate,
yes.
We all
Keep
need
on,
to.
I've still got to watch this fucking Trap from the Blues yet.
Oh no.
I ain't downhearted though with that fucking hell. One defeat, so fucking what? You know, well, it's shit. It's tomorrow there's a game, isn't there?
Yeah, Shrewsbury.
Oh, well, expect a 6-0 then.
Quality town.
Right, I'm going to go.
Town, it's
Have a
good to
good
hear
night.
from you, mate.
And you, mate. See you, Dunk.
See you later, bruv.
You said see you later, Town. Oh, bless him.
Yeah, amazing. I didn't. I just want to pass on my thoughts to Blue Shadow.
Yeah.
And look at the positives and your daughter, and look at the life your mum had as a positive. I don't know what else to say, really. There's a lot of cliches out there, and a lot of people scoff at cliches, but I will say that cliches have been around for 500 years, and they're tried and tested, and there might be a few cliches out there for people as well, not just Blue Shadow or Tony, but everyone else. They really are tried and tested.
It's a tough one though, isn't it? Though, grief.
Yeah, I was talking about my mum, you know, and my dad, and it's a personal thing, and it's really, really personal. And no one should be telling anybody, oh, it's 3 years or 5 years or last week. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how long it is. And the way we cope with it is a really personal thing. I mean, I know people that can put it in a box and wrap it up in chains and stick it so far down the back of their head that it never surfaces, and that's their way. But you know, it's how we do, and we're all different. And sometimes you have to see the doctor, and sometimes we just go on through. The only thing I can say is you got to go there to come back. But that's just me. We're all different, and it's very personal. But everyone's there for your Blue Shadow, everybody.
Lee Harvey, what's everyone's score prediction tomorrow? What are you going to go for, Dunk?
I hope he plays some of the fringe players, only because I think they need a run out, because they haven't played enough. But then again, we need to beat them because we need to progress.
Yeah.
Because I want to go to Wembley. Don't you want to go to Wembley? Don't we all want to go to Wembley?
Yeah.
So maybe one or two come out and put in.
Imagine all of us down Wembley, Dunk.
That'd be amazing.
All of us on here together. Equality.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see a few different ones. I think Shrewsbury will probably make a load of changes as well, because I don't think they think that they can win it. So maybe I'll go for them a 2-0 to Blues.
2-0 Blues win.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm looking for a 3.
Yeah.
Blue Shadow, it's good that you can get it out. Never suppress feelings from Richel. Richel's got COVID as well, so he's feeling a bit run down, Dunk.
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
Bless you, bruv. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. Communication is the key to anything. It really is the key to everything, but it's whether we're in that zone of wanting to express yourself. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Richel, he's not Dunk on the pod. Yeah, mate, it's big Duncan, mate. He's in the house.
So we've all just got to be there for each other, haven't we? And you know, if you do want to do something positive, then just be there for everybody else that you can be for. That's all you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, mate. 100%. But this is what this is for. You know, we've got the Facebook group as well that we're all on. It's a bit of it's a mixture of everything in it. It's like
Yeah.
videos that we do. When you post some stuff that you do, now it's nice. You got Blue Shadow and Town with the poetries and stuff. You know, the blues talk. Me and Nick post videos in there, so it's all it's for us all. You know what I mean? This is what it's about.
It is, yeah. Like you're not. It's just finding what's right for you, because we're all different, and whether you. I mean, I completely have come off normal media. I don't watch none of the mainstream because one, it's depressing, and two, it's just not for me anymore. You know, if I need to find out what's going on in the world, I'm sure someone in my family or friend will tell me if it's major. Or I'm always on the YouTube. I spent my life on the YouTube now, picking up facts and figures and seeing what's out there. But breaking away from the mainstream media was a blessing for me, an absolute blessing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's rubbish. It's there to bring you down, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well, mate.
Yeah.
How are you doing for time on that, Donkey? You all right for a bit longer, or you?
Yeah, I am. I've only got 20% left on my phone. Do you know what? I charged this up to 100, but because it's iPhone, a couple of hours and the battery's it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, mate, I'm all right. There's nothing going on here, so you're cool.
How long are you staying on? Yeah, calling if you want, Sadie. Love you, town. Calling next should be fine. Big up, town. Glad you're feeling better. Keep right on. Thanks, Duncan. Sorry, guys, I rambled on, but good to feel good again. Love you all.
No, it's good. It's positive.
Yeah.
And if it works for you, then that's good, isn't it?
Things don't go over my head. It sticks and it hurts like hell. Let's see how I've got on the thing. Sadie.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not keeping you too much, am I?
No. You're all right.
Well, because I seen it was coming to the end, and I was like, oh, I don't want to keep you too much.
Nah, it's all right. Well, this is what it's for. How are you?
No, I'm okay, thank you. I thought it was about time I actually spoke about myself and not other people that I've seen experience bad things. So, share my story a little bit, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, this is what it's for.
Yeah, because like I said on the message earlier, I'm like a bottle of champagne that just pops occasionally and just keeps everything in. So it's nice to be able to sort of share a little bit of it. Not all of it, but just a little bit of it. And hopefully it'll help other people at the same time. So,
fair play, Sadie.
Yeah, so mainly it starts in my childhood. Like it weren't like the greatest. So mainly my dad. That's my big focus, my dad. He weren't very pleasant. So once my dad and mum split up when I was about probably 8 or 9, because I looked like my mum, my dad was horrible to me. Absolutely awful. I used to meet him every weekend and he would just be like, oh, Sadie, you're ugly, you're horrible. You're just never going to get anywhere in life. Awful every weekend, but I still go and meet him every weekend because he was my dad. And it sounds really silly. I just wanted so desperately his approval.
Yeah,
I want to be daddy's little girl. Even though my mum's amazing. My mum did me everything, every single week, every day. But I wanted my dad's approval. So I go every week and get punished and just sit there, go home and cry every weekend to my mum because my dad's been horrible to me again. But still go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you just be like, it just becomes a pattern, doesn't it? So then you go to high school and bullying happens a bit. And bullying's just a normal thing. But at the end of the day, when your dad's telling you the same thing, you just think, oh, it's normal. No, maybe I am a bit shit. So
No,
I don't know.
it's all linked, isn't it? Though, like, I mean, mine started when I went to see a counsellor. Mine started from a kid, but like it didn't come out till like later on, because it
Yeah.
was like a subconsciously it was there, but like physically, I was thinking it wasn't like really out there. It took other things to happen for it to all come out of me. Like, do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it's like things happen in your life, and it just takes that one thing for it all to. It's that example that I showed with the books piling up on each other, and there's only so much you can take before the pile falls over. That's your mind, isn't it? And it's like you say,
Oh,
it started
absolutely.
with your dad and stuff, your mum and dad, and then you go to school and stuff, and
there was other things going on. Like at home, Mum met someone else, and it got a bit domestic there. So we were seeing that. I won't go into too much detail about that, but like with my dad, it was like as time went on and I become an adult, you kind of accept that he's that kind of person. You know, he's not very nice.
yeah,
But you still constantly crave that. I want to be his daughter. I want him to be proud of me.
Yeah, of course you do.
He just didn't. And then he passed away 3 years ago, and that's where it really, like, apart from I've had depression and anxiety in the past, but he passed away 3 years ago.
yeah,
And because he was the person he didn't have anyone. Nobody really bothered with him because he just weren't that pleasant a person. So it come down to me as the eldest to just sort everything out. No, you're responsible for the funeral, you're responsible for this. So I had to grow a pair of balls and be an adult, and I'm going to have to plan his funeral and do all this. So I did, and tried to give him the best send-off I could.
yeah,
But the emotions that come off the back of that were something I didn't know how to deal with more
Yeah.
than anything. It was like, I've lost my parent, so I'm absolutely heartbroken. The next 2 minutes later, I'm absolutely furious. Oh, why am I doing this? Because you were horrible to me most of the time anyway. I'm just so angry.
yeah,
Then it's just like a mix of emotions just going round in circles. Like, how do you deal with it? If it was my mum, I'd be absolutely heartbroken, of course I would, but I loved her with all my might. She's loved me. But then I'm like, just sit there thinking, why am I doing this for you when you were just awful to me? But I'm
Yeah.
still bending over backwards to give you a good send-off. And so the emotions are so up and down constantly, thinking, well, I'm doing this for you when you were so mean to me for no reason. Always told me I'd never get anywhere, but now I'm left with all your shit. Do you know what I mean? It sounds terrible to say that about someone who's passed away. But and then you feel guilty. The next thing you know, how can I feel that awful about my own father?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's it's family and it's I mean, did you have people that you can talk to as you was going through it, or did you like seek help, like counselling or the doctor, or did you speak about it, or was you bottling it up?
It was me and my sister.
Yeah.
The main reason I thought I'd make this phone call is there's me and my sister. There's obviously loads of elements that go on in the background, but my sister's 4 years younger than me. And I swear to God, Jay, I was an emotional wreck the whole time. She carried me through the whole thing because I just couldn't stop crying continuously. And I think it was because I never got that connection that I absolutely craved my whole life. Because he didn't do it to my sister. He wasn't cruel to her.
Yeah.
And I think it was because I was older and I looked more like my mum, because he never fell out of love with my mum. And because I was the big reminder of my mum, I was the one that took all the repercussions rather than my little sister. So she just sort of seen him as in passing. He weren't really there, but she weren't too bothered by it. So she just pretty much picked up all the pieces and just dealt with it. Whereas I was just sobbing every single day, like absolute mess. And it's like, I'm supposed to be the oldest, I'm supposed to be the strongest here. But I wasn't in the slightest. I'm just completely broken throughout the whole process.
I can relate to that. Like with my mum and dad getting divorced when I was 11. It's like the emotions, like you say, like about being the oldest, and I was like, I think one of the reasons why I do this and why I'm so close to my dad is because my dad, he was one of them dads where, like, he gave us everything we could. He'd done everything with us. But like when they got divorced and that, well, when they was going through it, like there was arguing a lot, like and stuff, and I was like, I couldn't take it because it was one of them things where I was at school where like it always seemed to happen to like other children around you, and it was like, that won't happen to me. And then I remember like, and then like the arguments starting and stuff, and then like I couldn't take it, so like I was running away mid argument, like you bare feet, socks, wherever down the street, like, and my dad had end up driving down the road to get me in the car, like, and he was just cuddling me and stuff, saying that this ain't working with me and your mum and stuff and that, and not having him there all the time. How he was with us. I mean, they was both. I mean, I was fortunate. They're both really good parents. They just fell out of love with each other, but it was just hard to take as a kid. At such a young age, because I've got like a little sister as well. I should have been the one, kind of like looking after her, but I was the one who couldn't hack it at the time. Like, do you know what I mean? She was like the stronger one. My little sister, like, it's madness.
And I think it's so easy to fall into the trap that that's not okay, because even in different scenarios, like even watching tonight's phoning, I think, is my story worthy, considering how many people have gone through so much, and you kind of get yourself into a rut and think, oh no, actually, this is something you need to just deal with yourself, and people are going through so much worse, but everyone has their own battles, and that's definitely just as important as anyone that's going through something else. And the one thing with anxiety that come to me is with like the way my dad spoke to me as a kid. When your parent tells you that you aren't worth anything, you just naturally believe that's true, even if your other parent or people close to you say that's not the case. When your own parent tells you that considerably for a long period of time, you're just going to think, if my own dad doesn't think I'm worthwhile, what's the point? And I got into a really amazing place until he passed away. Like, I did suffer with anxiety quite badly before that, and then got out of it and found methods to deal with it, like yourself. And it was only a few weeks. It weren't that long ago. I had a really, really severe anxiety attack out of nowhere. I don't know what caused it. And I know my own methods of dealing with anxiety attacks, like breathing methods and stuff like that. But it got that bad. I don't know what caused it. I don't know how to describe it. But I was sitting on the sofa watching TV with my little boy, and I just went really hot and sweaty, and I weren't hyperventilating, but I just felt like I couldn't breathe. Yeah. Like I was coughing continuously, and I just feel really...
You feel like your throat's closing up, don't you?
Yeah,
when you have it,
And I was like, it's okay, just do your method, it's a panic attack. But it went on, Jay, for 2 hours. And I was like, this isn't right. So I rang 111. I was like, I've had panic attacks, this is just going on for too long. I don't know what's happening to me. I was throwing up. There was no trigger. I don't know what caused it because I weren't stressed. I was just sitting watching telly.
Yeah.
And they sent paramedics to me, and they come in and they were like, oh my goodness, you're just having a severe anxiety attack, like more than you've ever known. And I think it was because she was like, oh, they were amazing, and I just felt so guilty that they come out. But they basically said, because you're here on your own with your son, who's a little boy, it got to the point where you'd got past your normal methods and it didn't work, and then it's heightened so badly that you're like, what happens if my son's just left here on his own and I don't know what to do?
Yeah.
That it just heightened to like a level that you've never experienced before, and you didn't know what to do, and it just got worse and worse physically. that it's just been nothing you've ever experienced before. Like, I thought I was having a heart attack.
It's horrible, isn't it, when it comes on?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I can't believe it's got to this point when I've suffered anxiety for so many years. You know, I feel embarrassed that I've called you out, and I feel even more guilty. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'd rather be here and looking after you to make sure that you are okay, because there's nothing to say. It weren't anything more serious. You know what you're used to. You know your symptoms. And I think it was really kind of them to be that way, because you just think automatically, I've just wasted your
Wasting the time, yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
That's happened to me. Like, I mean, I'm out the back end of it now. Like, I mean, I have like the odd wobbly day, but like it's very rare. But this is why I want to do this, to help people to try and get how I was to how I am now. But like, I remember one scenario where I was playing football, and it was in the midst of coming out the back end of that like depression phase and not doing anything, to going, you know what, I'm going to let this beat me. And I went out to play football with a group of lads, and I was running around. I'd been playing like 10 minutes, and I remember I was there with all my mates, and I just had this overwhelming feeling where like I couldn't breathe, and I hadn't even run. Like, been on the pitch like 5 or 10 minutes, but it was one of them first events where like I'd gone out like to meet people after not leaving the house for weeks. Yeah. They had to phone the paramedics, like, and it was the same thing. You know, they put all the heart rate monitors on me and stuff. I was feeling sick and couldn't breathe, coughing loads, and they were saying you're having a panic attack. And I couldn't understand like why, but how it comes on and that, it's just mad in its ID. Like, and I was doing the same thing. You know, like, I'm sorry, like I feel like I'm wasting your time. There's people that need you. You know, there's people that are in a lot worse situation. You know, maybe even like life and death, and I'm sitting here ringing you up, hyperventilating. You know, it's
I know.
You know what I mean?
But we need it at the time, and that's what they're there for, isn't it? And I think we've just got to be kind on ourselves sometimes, because we're all, whatever our battles is, people are going through worse, but we're not in their shoes, so we're not seeing that. We're in our shoes, and what's horrible to us is, and sometimes you don't realise it's happening at all. Like, I didn't realise that was an anxiety thing, and it took my sister to come to me the next day, and she said, Said, it's about time you sat and realised what you're dealing with. She was like, you are living in a house on your own as a single parent, you're surviving. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not in poverty. I struggle on for a single woman on my own. Joel's said all the years you've been through over the last few years that you've not even sat and considered is like the fact that Joel's just been abandoned by his dad the moment he was born. You've dealt with that. You've got your own house, which to me was amazing. Like, I've achieved this. So I've got myself into a good job at work. So, and she said, all you're focusing on is the achievements. You're not thinking about all the crap that's come with it along the way. And since I've come in, like, this sounds like a bit selfish, but since I've come into like a management role in my team, honestly, you wouldn't believe the I can't say the word psychiatry that comes with it, because everyone rings me with their problems, and she's like, you're sitting there listening to every single team member telling you all their issues, not work related. They're crying, they've got problems, they're losing people. And you're sitting there just reassuring them and giving them hope, but none of them are talking to you about yours. So you're spending all this time listening to their problems, which I don't mind, of course, but it all just builds up without you realising. You're their go-to person, so, but you're not going to go to them because you're their assistant manager. You don't want to go to one of your team members and say, I've had a really shit day today. You know, but they're happy to come to you, which is a good thing, because they're comfortable to say, I've lost this person today and I'm really upset, or work's really stressing me out. And when I'm stressed at work, which can be really stressful, they come to me and put that stress on me. And I said, I don't want that any other day. But my sister said, but you've got to find a way to release it, because otherwise it just stays in.
Yeah.
You know, so, and another thing I'll mention before I go is the one thing that my dad gifted me is essential tremors. So I've got really bad essential tremors where my hands shake really bad.
Yeah.
And so, like, everyone just says, oh, you got the DTs and stuff, which I love a bit of banter and stuff. Like, I can't pick up shot glasses or nothing like that. And peas are a challenge all the time. I have to stab them to pick them up.
Yeah.
Because I've got really shaky hands. But when I go to the point of anxiety, my whole body shakes, like my head shakes and rattles.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, and I went to have my ear wax removed, and she refused to do them because of how shaky I was. And I explained, like, I got tremors, I can't control it. And she said to me, oh, have you had any children or anything? And I thought, oh, she's just trying to calm me down, because I weren't even anxious, it's just the way my head shakes. And she went, oh, I don't even know how you even coped with childbirth if you can't even deal with this. And just completely insulted me the whole time, and then refused to do my my ears because I was too shaky.
Yeah.
And I thought, so how do you deal with people with Parkinson's and dementia that can't even understand? I was like, you've just made me feel 10 times worse going to any medical appointment now.
Yeah.
Because I weren't worried about it. I'm naturally shaky.
I have, I mean, Jem always laughs at me because one of the things that I have, on the back end of it now, is that occasionally I get like a lot of tics and muscle spasms. So like I'll be twitching, like I have like a twitch, like my shoulder will start like twitching, or my thigh, or my leg, or my foot. And that was through like severe back then, like putting your body through that much stress, bringing out the physical symptoms that I had with anxiety, you know, like the panic attacks, trying to deal with it. And that's just one of the things now that I have to deal with. Like, it does actually make me laugh sometimes, because I'll be watching the telly and my eye will be like twitching all up my neck, or my, like, I get them everywhere, my back, your legs. That's one of the things that I've had through having the panic attacks. You know, when, like you say, your whole body goes into meltdown and you're shaking, and it's all that trauma your body through. It's all linked with your nervous system and stuff. I've been to the doctors loads of times about it, and it's all linked through that. Like, and that's unfortunately where I've caused myself through getting that worked up. Like, you know, like back then, like. But,
you ain't caused it yourself. It's just the way your body reacts to certain things, isn't it? And it's horrible. And I think, like you said yourself, you feel a bit bad, like, because situations in our stories don't amount to others, and you just feel a bit guilty. I think guilt is a really big part of anxiety, because you think, well, should you feel guilty? Why are you deserving of this? Why? What is so bad in your life? Like, even though I've had bad experiences in many situations, like I've got a home, I've got a roof over my head, I've got a lovely little boy. You know, it's not the ideal situation, but, you know, it isn't horrible. You know, I'm not suffering in a really bad aspect, but it's just weird how the mind works. And I think psychology is amazing. Like, that's why I've really enjoyed listening to Duncan, because it makes sense of it. Because we all think differently, we all work differently, and it's really good to share each other's stories. That's why I thought I'd share mine tonight, because there's other aspects to my life. Of course, there is to all of us. Nobody's ever going to know everyone's full story, but it's just nice. Like what you've done with your channel is just bring people together, and it's nice to be able to just ring up and chat about it.
Thank you, Saida.
Even if people don't get it, it doesn't matter, does it?
I don't care if people don't get it.
Everyone's going to understand people.
Yeah.
Everyone's always going to have, like, a reason to not get on with someone or whatever. That's life, you know. And the one thing I learned at work is people that especially one of the guys that used to work with me was like a policeman, and he used to say people like think in different ways, and their mindset is just so bespoke to them.
Yeah.
And it's something that I've really learnt from, is that just because I think something and something in this sense of my brain thinks this is right or wrong, their brain doesn't think the same. And they're like, well, actually,
Yeah.
I feel this way and I feel that way. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just means we think differently. So just because your mindset is that way doesn't mean theirs is wrong. So it's just interesting to learn their train of thought and listen to their stories and try and understand people as individuals rather than thinking we should all just be similar in the same way. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And your
And we've
mind's
all
that
had it.
powerful, isn't it? Like,
Oh, massively. It's
you know,
experiences. We all learn different ways, and it's good to just all share it.
yeah, definitely. And another good sign as well that my mom's really good with this kind of stuff as well, because she went like through a bit of a bad phase as well, like when she was probably a similar age to I was when I had it. Like, I think I was between the age of 21 when it started, and it got better around when I was 28. So I had a good 7 years of really going through it. Like, I mean, I'm 32 now, but that was the worst point of my life. But this is what I wanted to do, this, this monthly thing. But one of the things my mum mentioned about it is how strong your mind is, that you're only an eyelash away from being sane and insane. And it's scary how, like you say, how your mind can, you get these thoughts or these feelings, and like you say, like when you was on the sofa the other day and you was just watching telly, and it just, it's just so unpredictable, and it, like say, they like how it can.
Oh, massively. And like I said to you before, I've not really spoke about myself. I rang up last time to talk about my friend who took his own life. And that's what I said on one of the chats earlier. It's a lot of the time it is the people that you just don't see it.
Yeah.
And it weren't till Jamie died that I realised, actually, maybe I should have seen these signs. And I think even though I see the signs now that I didn't see back then, I still think it's hard to see them signs on someone that's going through it now.
Yeah.
Because they hide it so well, until something bad happens. Because even then, I was talking to him, we were just out chatting, and it was only little tiny signs, which I still think is so hard to distinguish that this is a real red flag.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to see it. That's the biggest issue, is they'll hide it to every single aspect they can. Though I said to you before, my friend was, to me, and to many others, it weren't just me, the most confident person you would meet.
Yeah.
So you'd go out, meet him, he'd be in social environments all the time. He never hid away, he never spoke about depression. He told me about things that were going on in his life, like we have every day, that were stressing him out, which we all have, but it weren't a red flag to think he's going to go and kill himself. It's just part of life, isn't it? We have stresses, and he's talking about them. So you think he's telling me about it, he's okay. So he's got these problems, he's fine. He's going out, going in social circles. He's got a good job. He's financially secure. He's doing things for charity. And then the next thing you hear out of nowhere, after he sent you a message saying, "Oh, Sage, you're a good person, I love you," thinking, "Oh, that's nice. Love you too." It's probably his way of saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, he's passed away.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it, do you?
No.
You don't expect it. Same as Graham Thorpe, the cricketer.
Yeah.
Like many of others that you just wouldn't expect to go and do something like that. And then you find out afterwards, and that's the sad part. You just wish you'd seen it. And then you sit there and think, oh, what are my problems? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Jay, I
Yeah,
have to stop.
now it's because people are really, really struggling and they're open about struggling, and you just feel like, oh.
Hang on, Sadie, 2 seconds. Hang on.
I'm on 2% battery, Jay. So if I disappear, or I might just go and charge it, bruv. Look, it's been a privilege. It really has.
It's all right, Dunk.
All right.
Love being on,
and it's been, well, I'd say fascinating, but it's been an eye-opener listening to some of the people tonight. And my heart goes out to everybody. And peace and love to everybody. All right, bruv.
Cheers, Dunk.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Sadie, and he had 2% on his phone.
Oh, bless him. Oh, it's been really, really, really refreshing listening to Duncan anyway. He's amazing.
To get him on as well.
Yeah, and if we can get his numbers up, that'll be amazing. And yours, of course. Let's get it all risen, get more subscribers. But anyway, it is coming up to 10:30, so I've waffled
I was going to say,
I've been on I'll let you go.
2 hours and 15 minutes. I've got to do my dad duties.
I always waffle on when I come on.
No, it's not.
On for ages.
No, it's not that. It's just I feel guilty because I ain't spend a lot of time with the kids.
Oh no, of course, absolutely. But do you know what is really frustrating? I was going to go to Cambridge on Saturday.
Was ya?
Yeah.
Oh, and they've bloody cancelled it, because the international break. Pain in the arse.
So I was like, I need to get there. I'm going to go to Cambridge because it's just after my birthday and it's the right date within work and Joel and all that. And it got cancelled. I was like, oh, for God's sake. Have another time.
You've had lots of nice comments as well, Sadie.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, bless them. No, I love them all. We've got a good community here.
Yeah,
we're always going to get a few bad eggs. That's normal. It's fine, but
we don't care about them, though, do we?
Yeah,
we don't give a shit, do we?
But thanks for listening to me anyway, Jane. It's always good to chat.
I do this once a month. I know it's a blues channel, but this is something that I want to do because I've been through it, and I don't want other people to feel like how I've been feeling. Like a few years back, because it was a real bad low point, and I don't want people to, I mean, I've never been ashamed to talk about it, and I don't really care, to be honest. It's just more, bringing people together, and just to show you that, I don't care what people think of me, but I want to help.
No, absolutely, and it's amazing, and I think people have come out so forward on this channel. Like Lee Burke is amazing, Blue Shadow Tony. The amount they've grown from this channel is just unbelievable.
It's unreal, isn't it?
And I'm not really one to talk about my past. So the fact I've done it is like a big step for me in an independent environment that's just completely neutral, to share it. And they're amazing, all of them, and it just brings people together and makes people understand. And I think the one thing I have to say to you before you go is when I had that panic attack, when I had to get the paramedics out, I think the mental health stream was on the night after that happened, and didn't say anything, obviously, because you just get on with it. And you said about you when you was with Jem on the sofa and you just had a funny turn for no reason. And it was the day after mine, and I was like, do you know what? I was working at the time when I watched it and caught up, and I was like, do you know what, Sadie? You're normal. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so much better.
It's true that. I mean, I had it, Sadie, where it was. I mean, when we was talking about the families and stuff, with my mum and dad getting divorced and all that. Well, that was there subconsciously, but mine didn't come out up until I had my first proper relationship, and it didn't work out. But at that point in my life, it really hit me hard. It didn't happen straight away. It took a good few weeks for it to manifest in my mind, and it all just linked it all together. And then a few years later, I've been dealing with it. I mean, Jem, when I met Jem, the first 2 or 3 years of being with Jem, it was, she found me at my worst. I wasn't me when I was with her. The first year, even now, I feel guilty because one, I couldn't go to my dad's 50th birthday party. I just couldn't face leaving the house. I couldn't face, but like I was so upset with myself because he's my best mate, and I just couldn't leave the house. And then like Jem, like meeting me at my worst and that, and she stuck with me like through it all from day one. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like and the moral of the story is doing this, it gets easier. Like honestly,
absolutely.
I'm living proof that it gets easier. You've just got to talk about things, get it off your chest, and just try and find some enjoyment in life. Things you enjoy to try and
100%.
take your mind off things. And like Tom was saying, dunking yourself, you got to keep yourself busy. You've got to find some sort of enjoyment. Doesn't matter what it is.
I think the biggest thing we need to do, Jay, is actually realise that we're at a point in our lives now. I think the biggest thing we do to ourselves is worry about other people and what they think. Like, actually, who cares? Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you look like, how you dress, who you are. Just be your own personality, because we're all individuals. We all have a special, something special about us. Doesn't matter about anyone else on the outside. They're not worth it. Just be you and just make the most of it and shine as a person.
Yeah,
because your personality is always special to yourself. And if people don't like it, who cares? We've got our own little quirks. I'm a bit of a nerd, and I've learned to grow proud of that in some ways.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time to do it, but we just got to get there, haven't we? And just be proud of ourselves. And
and we're all there for each other, one family.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's it. One big family.
So we all got each other, and that's a good thing. So, but I'll let you go anyway. I'll stop waffling on,
it's
and
all right. It's all right.
And I'll see you on the next podcast.
Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. But guys,
take care, Jay. Keep strong, and everyone else keep strong. I love you all.
Love you all too.
Take care.
See you later, Sadie.
Bye.
Keep right on.
And you.
Right, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it there. We've been over the 2 hour mark, nearly 2.5 hours, and I've got my kids to sort out. But yeah, we do this every month. So for those that haven't had a chance to call in, there will be another one. So it'd be good for you to call in and stuff as well, and the people who phone in as well. But yeah, this is just a monthly mental health stream. I'm not a doctor, but it's just another platform where you can get things off your chest, and it's a massive relief, just talking about things. And we're all one big loving community. We don't judge people on here, which is brilliant. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and keep up the good, Duncan. I'm a viewer now. Yeah, and cheers for coming on as well, Dunk. It was good to get you on, mate. You're a bloody pro, ain't you? Yeah, go and give Duncan a follow as well. There's a lot of stuff for mental health on his YouTube channel as well. PTSD. It's really good. Stephen B. Nobody can truly understand what you have gone through and feel, but I struggle more with the anger and feeling of vengeance. You were great, Dunk. But yeah, guys, honestly, it's been a pleasure talking to all of you, listening to all of you, as always. Thanks for supporting me as well. It means the world to me. But yeah, I do this every month. So this is just a monthly check-in just to see how you are. Just talk about things. But yeah, keep right on. Up the blues. And I love you all loads, guys.